Boom, welcome to my channel. I'm gonna try really hard to post more frequently and regularly about my Turo. I'm super disappointed in myself that I didn't start like some sort of blog right when I started Turo, because we have like 20 plus vehicles right now. I obviously didn't just start with 20. We started out with like 3 and then 5. We added them in quickly, but I wish I would have documented my journey from the time I started Turo, from the time that I started with like a Dodge Challenger and a Chrysler 300 to now, where it's like Maseratis, Alfa Romeos, Ferraris, Lambos on my channel. I wish I would have documented it. So I'm going to try really hard and be really diligent in regards to posting more frequently. I just get lazy, kind of like everybody, but I'm fucking gonna try. Anyways, this is a post about, this is going to be a video about questionnaires I get, or questions I get from Reddit. Since a lot of times it's pretty much the same questions. I don't mind answering them at all. So if you guys have a question, just DM me either here on Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere, and I'd be happy to answer it, even if I have answered it before. But I figure like making a video is going to be the most time effective way to answer the most frequently asked questions. Okay, so that is the question that someone that is following me on Reddit posted. If you guys see me looking over there, it's because I have another computer screen open, and I have the question open on there just so I can like be more thorough and answer it as I read it. So if you see me looking off to the side, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just reading. Okay, C8 as a first car. That's a great choice. Corvettes always rent out very well. It's more of a summer car, so wintertime it may be a little bit slower depending where you are, but if you're in places that don't really get snow or cold weather, it's gonna be a year-round thing. For us, we do have a winter season, but the thing is, like, during the summer season, the Corvette fucking kills it. Like, it probably makes more income with those summer months than some of my other vehicles that are rented out year-round. C8 is a perfect car to start with. Just no saturation. Not a lot of people are gonna have C8s. Unless you're like in Miami or I think Vegas. But Miami or LA is just a super difficult market to be in. I don't think they mentioned what market they're in. But anyways, Corvettes are always going to be a great option. I always recommend either C7 or C8. We have C7 in our fleet while we have C8 on order. But starting out with C8 is awesome because you basically, if you watch my previous videos, don't do business with broke people. C8 pricing is going to be up there, so whoever books your car is going to have at least some sort of money, so you're not going to be dealing with economy clients. Granted, you don't price it super low. The cars I normally suggest first-time beginners, the most asked question is what car on any forum is what car do I start with, and it's impossible to answer this without knowing market, how saturated it is, type clientele. But I always either recommend a Porsche, like a Cayman, which we have. Porsches rent out generally really well, especially to the higher end clientele, and Corvettes. Corvettes, fucking people just love this shit. I was at the Turo Coast to Host. I do public speaking as well. And the Corvette was the 5th most searched vehicle on Turo in our market anyways. So it's number 5. I think number 1 and 2 was like Teslas, and then there was like a Porsche Macan, I think, like the SUV. But the Corvette was on there, and it was number 5. It's just it's good. Number 5 is good. So C8 is gonna be, it's a really good option to start with, especially if it's a convertible. I suggest a convertible just because summertime, you're gonna hit it out the ballpark, and you're gonna have a broader range of clientele if it's a convertible, because if it's raining, they can just put it up, and if it's sunny, they can just put the top down, let it rip. Go for the convertible first, and then the next portion of the question: best way to purchase a vehicle. A lot of people say cash cars, like, or pay cash. If you have a low enough interest rate, I would say just finance the vehicle, because then it's going to free up your opportunity costs for other areas of your life. If you have other businesses, or if you want to get other cars, like, instead of, like, if you had 100 grand, instead of spending 100 grand on a car, I would divvy it up, and like a car payment per month, like, just out of my ass, I'm just gonna say it's probably around $1,000 a month, $800 to $1,000 for some sort of high-end sports car or exotic. All right, I would use that 100 grand, I would divvy it up, and I would actually just take loans out, and like, it's not hard to calculate. 12 months in a year, let's say your payment's $1,000 a month, you only need 12 grand to, well, in insurance, you only need 12 grand in insurance to basically survive through that year, right? So it's just basic math. Make sure your math is mathing. So basically just finance it. Most people are gonna finance it. Like, how often is someone gonna have like 100K or $130,000, 140, whatever fucking C8s go for now because of the markup? Yeah, don't throw it all in one shoe. Just finance that bitch. I know rates right now are sitting somewhere between 5 to 8%. You can try a credit union. Credit unions generally have a little bit better rates, but I called my credit union not too long ago, and it was almost the same as a dealership, so I just went with the dealership. But again, if you have good credit and the interest rate is on par with where the fuck it is at right now, it is high though. But here's the thing though, even though it's high, a lot of people don't want to finance cars because interest rate is high. That's good for you, because less people are gonna fucking come in and try to sweep you off the Turo platform. Less competition, because you kind of have to be a little bit nuts, just look at me, to be doing this shit, alright? Okay, he says, currently I have a full-time job and can pay the car off if money isn't coming in. Preferably, I like to get a good ROI and make some side money. Yeah, with a C8, you're gonna make more than side money. Here's the other thing, you're gonna get... it becomes your asset, because someone, let's say for whatever fucking reason, worst case scenario, someone's paying off your car note. At the end of all this, you're gonna have a free fucking C8. Like, so side money is not, it's not something difficult to achieve. You're gonna get like real money with a C8. Like with our C7, we're getting like maybe in the summertime like $2,000 net a week, so about 8 grand. C8, you can probably get either that or slightly more, obviously. Yeah, fuck side money. It's gonna be like your main money. Like, once you see that money rolling in, you're gonna be like, why the fuck do I even have a real job? Let's just play with fucking supercars and make money all day, right? So that's about it for this video. C8, good purchase. I definitely recommend it. A lot of people can't swing the price of a C8, but if you can, either pay it off in cash, or I just suggest financing it. You pay it off later if you want. Use the bank's money, leverage the bank's money. Just, like, don't use your own money, just leverage the bank's money, finance it, and just keep that money. It'll feel like a safety net. You know what I mean? Like, finance it, you'll have a safety net of like 100K, whatever you were gonna use to pay it off. Do something else with that money if you want to. But I would suggest just keep that money and take the C8. You'll love Turo. It's pretty passive, especially for a high-end vehicle like that. You're gonna have good clientele, and then later on just add more vehicles, finance more vehicles, and then just keep that cash in your pocket. Whatever you make on Turo, put some away for maintenance costs and things like that. Okay, the other thing, like American exotics, which is like the Corvette, Dodge Vipers, Shelby Mustangs, I guess, things like that. The maintenance cost is super cheap. It's not expensive compared to like Italian cars. So C8, definitely recommend it. Our C7 does, like I said, does really well. The C8's gonna kill it as well, especially summertime. Go for the convertible. More choices. Convertible, automatic. Okay, here's the other thing. Like, I have Corvette renters that have rented my Vette where they booked someone else's Vette before, but not knowing that it was a manual transmission car, and then they would cancel that and then just book mine. So just go with an automatic. I know it's super fun to shift and like pretend you're in Fast and Furious. Automatic, convertible, C8. Good job. Peace.